What's up guys, JTails here with another video, and today I want to show you guys how to play Hero. And yes, I already have 15 hours into the character. I'm pretty sure I have a really good understanding as to how to play him optimally, as far as I can tell. And I think that we do have to have a little bit of a conversation because I've been seeing a lot of things that I don't like already. Let's get right into it. First thing I'm going to say is you guys need to calm down. Like, literally the character is brand new, he just came out, and I see people complaining and saying he's broken, he's OP, he needs to be banned from tournaments, he's, unstoppable, the works. And I think that, honestly, for the people who are saying that, you have no idea what you're talking about. Literally, all his moves lose to the shield button. And I know a lot of people don't like to use shield because they like to dash dance and they get hit by things that are completely avoidable, but I promise you that this character is not broken and is not top 5 under any circumstance. Yes, he might get a lucky streak here or there, but if you look at the overall consistency of the character, it's really not that dangerous. And I can go more into detail, but that's a conversation for another time. Let's get into the tutorial. So Hero's moves are very slow. His aerial moves come out around frame 14, forward air slow, back air being one of the slowest ones, meaning a lot of fast characters can really rush him down and prevent him from starting up his game plan. He doesn't have almost any combos either. One of your combo starting moves is Nair. Nair can combo into fair at low percents, especially against big bodies. This might be harder to do against smaller characters and people will start DIing away from you. Falling up air can combo into up smash. Once again, this doesn't hit small characters, it'll only hit giant characters. Down throw into fair is not necessarily a true combo. If your opponent holds away, they can air dodge or jump before the fair will connect. But if you want to try for it, you can, and this could lead into a 50-50 situation where you down throw, they air dodge, and then you forward smash them. So in that case, down throw can lead into a 50-50, but for the most part, it is not a true combo. The only true combos Hero has is off of up air, falling up air into up tilt. Down throw fair is more like a frame trap. And falling Nair can combo into certain things at low percents as well if you have good momentum. But for the most part, he doesn't have a lot that's a true combo. You can try Nair into Fireball, which I've seen people say is true, but it's not true either. So once again, all this stuff can be jumped away from or DI'd away from and air dodged. So he's not really a combo based character. He's kind of like a neutral based character, and he's kind of similar to Ike. His neutral air and Ike's neutral air have the same purpose. They come down from high up and you can combo off of it in certain situations. Other times you're just gonna send them away from you and deal 10 damage. None of Hero's throws will KO. Forward throw does not KO, back throw doesn't KO. So usually I'll use down throw most of the time unless I'm opting for stage control. And if I want stage control, I'll use something like forward throw, and then I'll start searching for like a magic burst here on the ledge. Magic burst is really good. Magic burst is one of his best, like top 5 move in the game, right? But it wastes all his MP, and it's really good when the opponent's on the ledge. Other than that, it has very sparing use, since you can't move while you're selecting your menu, right? So while you're selecting your menu, your opponent can do whatever they want, they can stay away from you. So when your opponent's off stage and you search for Magic Burst here, then you pretty much take the stock at anywhere above 50%. So Magic Burst in this situation is really strong. Most of his moves from the menu can be blocked and punished, actually. So a lot of these moves, whack, thwack, Sizz goes full screen. Sizz is one of my favorites, Sizz and Sizzle. They actually go really far and they deal pretty good damage, and it's a fast projectile. So Sizz and Sizzle are the ones that I like to use the most. Honestly, everything else is blockable. Zoom doesn't really do anything on stage. You're mainly going to be looking for the passives, right? You're looking for oomph, you're looking for bounce, you're looking for psych up anytime you can find it. What psych up does is it makes your next hit stronger. So after you swing, psych up goes away. Although it's extremely powerful, but just know that once you swing and hit a shield or hit a character, psych up does go away after that. Oomph is nice because it actually deals more damage. It's kind of like Shulk's Buster Monado art, right? So now I can deal a lot of damage just from jabbing. Almost 20% just off my jab. Important to note that it does lower his defense, so he takes more knockback. And I think more damage. But oomph is one of the best ones you're always going to look for. Psych up you're always going to look for. Bounce is really good in projectile matchups. Hatchet Man's really strong, and if your opponent blocks this, it breaks their shield instantly. So if you want to mix them up, you can use Hatchet Man to mix up your opponent. And don't forget that you can B-reverse these moves, right? You can turn them around. I'm basically just selecting the move and holding left. So as soon as they're done, it turns around and uses the move in the opposite direction. So when you put someone to sleep, your options are usually going to be fully charged forward smash or Hatchet Man. Hatchet Man's pretty good for killing at low percents. Really strong move. It'll kill anywhere from 40 and up. You can try for thwack or whack if they're below 30. But for the most part, guys, if your opponent uses a shield button, thwack and whack are probably never going to hit them. I only got hit by whack once in 15 hours, and it didn't even kill me. It didn't insta-kill me. Every other time I blocked it. So if you're just paying attention to what moves Hero is selecting, you can avoid them because you can see what he's going to choose. And most of them are just right in front of him or across the stage. They're a projectile. So you can just block it and then go about your business, right? Your game plan with Hero is to rack up damage with falling nairs. Try and find some grabs and rack up damage off of down throw setups and follow-ups. And just kind of like poking with down tilts. Poking with forward tilts, letting people fall into you so that you can bait and forward smash them. And then of course, once you get them off stage, look for magic burst and try to just close out the stock. If you can't do that, then run away and just power up, psych up, or oomph and get that damage. And whenever you just hit your opponent away, you start searching in the menu for options. And that's kind of like the go-to strategy. Throw your opponent off stage, search for magic burst. One thing about Kamikaze, if you and your opponent are on your last stock, Hero actually dies first. The explosion will happen and then your opponent will get sent flying. So if you and your opponent are on your last stock, you do not want to use Kamikaze. It is unblockable, which is pretty cool, but you will 100% die first every time. And your opponent can actually tech Kamikaze if they just I think they just hold down and shield. They can buffer the tech. Notice how Hero died first and then DK died. So if you ever want to use Kamikaze, make sure that you are a stock up on your opponent. Otherwise, you're just gonna instantly lose the game. So be very careful with this. Back air I really like as an edge guarding tool. I think it has a lot of range. It's just really slow startup, so you have to account for it. But I think Hero's pretty good at edge guarding. He has a lot of range on his moves. Hero gains mana every single second. He also gains mana by attacking his opponent. If you notice, when I'm hitting DK, I'm gaining mana. Hero getting hit does not give him any more mana than normal. Hocus Pocus is an interesting move. Hocus Pocus has a wide array of effects. It can give you a star, it can make you bigger, it can make you smaller, make you invisible. There's a lot that Hocus Pocus can do. And sometimes it can slow you down, Okay, it just gave me bounce. It can give you any of the moves that are also on the down B selection menu. So you can get Kamikaze from Hocus Pocus and just die instantly also. So the effects of Hocus Pocus are very, very good and very, very bad. You never know what you're going to get. It's a huge risk. If you're going to lose the match and you kind of feel like, you know, you're all in and you want to bet it all, then Hocus Pocus, go ahead. Don't be surprised if you instantly lose because you get Kamikaze or something. But you might get an effect that's really good and that can help you turn the tide back in your favor. Most of the time, I probably wouldn't recommend Hocus Pocus if you are a serious competitive player. I don't really think that's the wise thing to do, but like I said, it's a risk. Snooze is actually really good to cover ledge options. It's a really wide hitbox. It covers a lot of the ledge, so your opponent has to time their get up very, very well, or else they're just gonna get put to sleep and die. So Snooze and Magic Burst I really like for covering ledge options. I punish landings with his neutral B. There's 3 stages to the neutral B. Just uncharged, which just deals 7 damage, it's not that good. The second level of charge on the neutral B is pretty good. This will actually KO opponents. Yeah, this one's really good, especially off stage if you can land it off stage. The fully charged neutral B is pretty good and will kill opponents pretty early as well. I want to say above 80%. So Hero does have a lot of kill power. You just have to land the right moves and kind of have it in store. The side B has 3 different stages as well. Lightning, just straight at your opponent. Charge it up a little bit. And the lightning goes a little bit further horizontally. Finally, the fully charged version. This move kills extremely early. However, it takes a very long time for the lightning to strike the sword and for it then to slash forward and kill the opponent. It takes a really long time, so be careful with that. For the most part, the lightning bolt doesn't really kill. It's way weaker than Pikachu's thunder. The lightning bolt's not the strong part. The strong part is the sword slash. So make sure you keep that in mind. Down air can also be a combo starting move, but it's really hard to hit down air because it's so specific. His up B is really interesting and it can be a decent out of shield option. Just be careful because your opponent can come down with an attack. So if you're not careful, they will just fall on top of you and punish you. But you can charge it for a slightly larger tornado, and it's pretty good for going off stage and just trying to edge guard opponents if they recover low. I think tornado is pretty good off stage. So for the most part, you're really looking for oomph, psych up, accelerate, bounce, anything that's a passive ability. And you're just still, going to keep playing your neutral, going to be using your nair, come in with a grab, try and get a follow-up. Until you get them on the ledge. Look for Magic Burst or maybe a neutral B for the KO. And try to space with side B when people approach you. His dash attack is kind of like Link's dash attack. It's really strong, but it's really, really slow. And if they block it, they get to punish you for free. So really be careful with his dash attack. His down tilt does 2 frames. So if your opponents are recovering from low, you can poke them and kick them up. Down smash will hit opponents that hang on to the edge for a little too long. So use this if anyone's just hanging on the ledge waiting for you to choose an option. There is time in between you canceling the menu and you bringing it up again. It's not instant, but it's pretty quick. So it's important that you get used to managing your menu items quickly and you read very fast before pulling out another menu. You can cancel the menu by jumping as well, which is a very fast and safe way to cancel menu choices. You can also cancel it by pressing shield, or getting hit will also cancel the menu. So even if you were on the startup of one of your moves, the menu will get cancelled and you will not perform the move if you get hit. Hero's recovery is pretty good vertically if you charge it all the way. Horizontally though, it's not that great. Yeah, that's about as far as it'll go. If I go any further, he probably won't make it back. But It's not terrible, it's just really slow startup, so people can go down there and hit you or intercept you on the way up. So Hero's recovery is very, very exploitable and punishable. Up smash does not hit people right in front of you or behind you. It's not like Martha or Lucina's, well, DK put his head in the way, but it's really not like Martha or Lucina's up smash that hits behind or that has a hitbox on the feet. It really doesn't hit anybody in front or behind. It'll always miss. So be really careful if you're trying to use up smash as a punish like this. Up tilt is a really, really good option as an anti-air. It's fast. It's like Link's up tilt, right? So it has a really good hitbox. This can also kill at around 130% or so, and it does hit grounded opponents. It just will have a hard time hitting short opponents like Pikachu or Greninja. Accelerate makes Hero move really fast on the ground, but his fall speed becomes really weird, and actually I think he becomes more vulnerable in the air. I think it's really good to stay grounded with Accelerate, but it's not very good to jump with the move, unless you're going off stage for some follow-ups. Then it's really good, because you can chase people very, very far. Bounce is really good against projectile characters like Mega Man and Olimar. This could probably almost invalidate them as characters for a few seconds, and turn the tide in your favor. It will reflect all projectiles that come towards it. Metal Slash is a move that only beats a metal opponent, meaning that it does only like a few percent on a regular opponent, but it'll instantly kill any metal. So like if you become metal as Hero and you're fighting another hero, then you just die if you get hit by Metal Slash. It only deals 1% normally, but it's one of the worst moves. Unless you're in the hero mirror match or there's like a metal item that's on stage. Really interesting that that's even in the move pool. Heal will heal you for 11%. It is important to note that you can only heal twice per stock. If you heal 2 times, the option will not exist anymore, and then it'll only come back when you die. So you only have 2 heals per stock, so it's not broken. I really like using his level 3 neutral B as an edgeguard tool. I think it's really strong when opponents are recovering low. You can kind of just jump off stage and B reverse this input into the side of the stage, and that explosion lingers a very long time. So it's one of my favorite options to edgeguard opponents that recover from low. Aside from Magic Burst, of course, but if you don't find Magic Burst, you can just go down and burn them. And it's pretty good. Or if you want to drop down and just charge Tornado, that works too. Hero's down air does spike. It's just a really, really particular down air and a very, very strict sweet spot. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I'm sure, there's a few things that I'm missing. I can go more into detail in a later episode. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing anything that you know is factually true. And let me know what character you want me to talk about next. I'd be happy to hear it. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And consider subscribing to the channel for more analysis content and guides. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all next time.